This is Prague, and this is night 3 of Most Haunted Live. Tonight we journey outside of the city to the ancient and foreboding fortress that is Castle Sivoklat. Good evening and welcome to Most Haunted Live. This is the third night here in Prague. Tonight we have ventured outside of the city to the county of Rakovník and we'll be based here at the stunning and imposing castle Sivoklat. The investigation has already started here tonight, so let's have a look at it.
Well, first impressions, it's very dark, very cold, very eerie, and it's got a very electrifying atmosphere towards it. I don't know quite what to expect just yet. What about you, Cal?
Well, no, we come in there's a hole in the wall that they've made for this. This is new again, so can you see up the top there? You probably can't see.
I can't really. Shine your torch, mate, if you've got it. Let me just zoom in a second, just to focus up. Right, I can see the hole there. Sorry, Fred. I've got the hole.
Now, how high is that, Jeremy? 50 foot?
Easily, yeah.
Well, they would have put people through that and they'd hit this floor where it was designed to break legs and arms and stuff. And that was it. It's new yet. It needs to be forgotten.
So, is this the original floor, do you think?
No, this will be a new floor.
Right, okay.
But one of these close by, there will be a place where they used to, where they would have had their banquets and stuff, because that's part of the torture in a way. But they could hear everyone else having a lot of fun and enjoying life, and they'd have been broken. You can imagine that drop. You'd have broken legs, broken arms.
Yeah.
And the fortunate ones would have died.
There and then.
But some of them said, yeah, the spike in the bottom, like the one in that castle in Ireland.
That's right, it did, yeah.
How are you feeling, Fred?
I suppose waiting to the people at the top would be like a fairground attraction, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah, it feels pretty eerie. It's very cool. I don't know, it just feels like something has happened like that.
But when you think, how cold is it now? We've all got clothes on, modern clothes, and thermal as well. A lot of people would be thrown in naked, because they wouldn't have. I mean, how cold would that be? And with broken bones.
Well, it's constant contact with the floor, isn't it?
Yeah. But that's what we've got to start thinking of, trying to contact that.
Yeah.
See, I see that and I get so excited. You know, here we are, another place, a completely different atmosphere. I think so much is going to happen here. I'm very excited. And how are you feeling after last night?
Well, I love helping out only occasionally on the vigils investigations, but afterwards I always feel, I don't know how you do it night after night, I was drained, and there was so much noise and activity in that shed. The banging in the lorry cab, behind the cab. The moment the door flung open, it was an incredible night. Even Kieran was impressed.
I know. Did you have a good night's sleep, though?
Ish. I had very strange dreams, most of which I can't say at this time of the evening on Living,
No,
but it was
I
a
wouldn't.
really odd night, and this morning I felt absolutely wiped out. So I had very unusually for me, I had a sleep in the afternoon, so fighting fit tonight, I hope.
Good, good. And Julian, how would you feel if you were asked to come out with us tonight?
Well, after last night, petrified.
And
Just going to say that.
What's happening on the rest of the show?
Well, Yvette, we're based here in the old Guards Bar in this huge and majestic castle. It's a fantastic place to be, believe me. And Yvette and I will have a chat in just a few moments' time. But first, here's what's coming up in the first hour.
Because Křivoklat is a mighty fortified castle, it was often used as a royal prison. The location was convenient, it was in the middle of dense woods, making it difficult to travel to, and this is where Edward Kelly was imprisoned.
In the daytime, the castle's spire gives it an almost fairy tale appearance, but come nightfall, it becomes a far more sinister and unwelcoming prospect.
So 4 hours ahead here in this amazing castle, but let's look back first before Yvette and I have a chat on last night's dramatic events in the old waterworks in Prague.
I've just heard noises. There's something there. Who's there? Where are you? Oh,
What was that noise? What the hell was that?
Oh,
I heard that.
What were you hearing?
Loud and clear, I heard a breath.
Whistling.
Ow! Right.
What happened then?
That is the second time in here I've been hit.
Whoa!
Somebody just pushed me to one side then. Jesus! I just somebody pushed my head into the door.
Whoa! Right, stay with
What's happened?
Cal's gone in.
Oh my God, Kath!
It's Kath. Ow!
It's like a stabbing pain right in the...
They are nowhere near that. Have you got them on there, Guy?
That's on camera. Yeah.
I saw something in the back there! Something just came out the back there! What's the matter?
The face just looked right through that gap.
An eventful night at the Waterworks in Prague, and Yvette joins me now to talk more about that. Hi, Yvette.
Hello.
The bleeper was busy.
Goodness me, yes, I don't think you could actually hear any coherent words, could you? It was just bleep throughout the whole thing.
It was an extraordinary night. I mean, first thing, the location for me. I mean, people who like machinery would have loved all that because all the equipment was there, and it was incredible.
I love that. That's one of the things I love about Most Haunted, because you just get to go to so many different places. I mean, there's one sort of bizarre moment when we were walking down the sort of tunnels underneath the whole of the waterworks, and I was just thinking, how bizarre. Here we are in the middle of nowhere, walking down these really long tunnels, and I hadn't a clue where they were going to at all. Yeah. It was very odd.
And then the business with the van. Which was very dramatic, that Paul arrived and then it all kicked off, didn't it?
It was absolutely fantastic. I loved it. And I love watching Kieran's face, because when you have Kieran stood next to you and I said to him, please try and explain that, and he went, I can't. I just can't understand it. There's no logical explanation for it. You know, the camera could see there was nobody underneath the van. The fact that Paul was there and Carl, they were inside the cab, and we were hearing these extraordinary noises. But also captured on tape was the cab door opened, I think, 3 times of its own accord when Carl was right over the other side.
Well, let's have a look, actually, because we've got that. Here we go.
Now, what we've done is we've found...
They are nowhere near that. Have you got them on there, Guy?
That's on camera. Yeah.
They are nowhere near that. Have you got them on there, Guy?
That's on camera. Yeah.
But it's not... Whoa.
You're all right, you're all right, you're all right.
I'm fine, I'm absolutely fine, yeah. In any way.
So I think that's a really good moment, that, because they're not near the door.
Yeah, but not just that. It was these extraordinary noises. It was this... I can't explain it, and neither can Kieran. It was this huge banging noise that seemed to come from the centre of the engine at the front. And then it would move round to the back, sometimes the doors. No one could really pinpoint where the noise was coming from. And for me, that was absolutely extraordinary. I've had so many texts and emails saying, oh my goodness, what was that? I don't know what it was, but it was fantastic.
We had several sightings on Interactive, actually, when that was happening. People could see things happening around the van, which is significant, isn't it?
And I definitely saw a black shadow, a dark shadow of what I can only describe as an arm coming out the side. I think Simon and Stuart saw a figure, and then Simon and just completely freaked because he saw a face through the window of that cab. And of course, our lovely medium, she was actually describing this gentleman that was there and wanting to have a bit of a giggle and a laugh, and he certainly achieved that.
Yeah. When the Ouija board session was happening, by the way, someone texted in to say they could hear the word yes said very slowly during that,
that's
which is another thing.
Yeah.
Well, was that for that Ouija board? I mean, but I might add a beautiful Ouija board done with all the check on it.
Very lovely Ouija board, but I think we're going to have to can it, because I tell you why. I don't know whether we've made it incorrectly or something, but the glass doesn't seem to be moving. So what I've done tonight is I've brought the Old Faithful in.
Okay.
Great big, it's been everywhere with us. That Ouija board has been thrown off things, the legs have fallen off it, but it does seem to work, and it's just a very simple board. Now, let's hope and see if it works tonight.
Well, the vigils have already been going on, as we know, and Leslie, Matt, Simon, Chris